Being the only human on Earth is a very sad thing. Even this woman became the last human to ever live on Earth. She survived the ferocity of global changes that made the Earth very uninhabitable, until in the end, the woman could not survive. The humans could not survive on an Earth that had been polluted by the humans themselves. Big companies were competing to build spaceships to be able to take them out of the Earth and move to habitable planets. Unfortunately, the spaceships they build can only be used by people who have power and money. While poor humans will not get these facilities, humans also make a robot that can help human life. But unfortunately, robots are not the main solution. Not many can survive on Earth, but there are still humans who might be the only ones still alive. She is Eva. Eva lives with a robot that she took from a robot manufacturing company. Only she's left, the robot Eva named Arthur. To survive, Eva must struggle to get food. Plants cannot survive in the conditions of the Earth at that time. So Eva must leave her camp to look for food and drink, while Arthur will stay there to keep watch. Besides, there are no trees growing there. The air is also not good. Eva must use a mask to avoid contamination. The Earth became very messy. No one lived there. Eva continued her journey and found a mini market that might still have food left, although only canned food, but enough to survive. But Eva could not stay out for long because the oxygen in the tube would run low and it would be dangerous. When Eva was about to take something, her flashlight fell. Then she saw that there was a packet of lavender seeds that was still sealed. Eva picked it up and brought it home. Anything that could be used would be taken by Eva. No one forbade her to take everything. Every time Eva returned to her camp, Arthur would ask for a password as an identification, more or less like a computer. Sometimes Eva forgot and said the wrong password, but she could still remember it. If Eva said the wrong password 3 times or she forgot, Arthur would not let her in. This is the form of program that has been set by the robot company. Inside the camp, Eva does many activities like a normal human. She also sometimes tries to contact humans who might still survive out there using the radio. Only one thing might be missing for Eva: no partner. Eva tries to joke with Arthur about a relationship like a human. Eva asks Arthur to be her husband, but of course, it's impossible. Robots are not designed to be the husbands or wives of humans. Robots are only created to help and protect humans. Eva knew Arthur would say that, but it couldn't hurt to try. Eva and Arthur might be the only thing left alive on Earth. The afternoon scenery warmed their closeness. The food and water supply was enough for Eva to survive for a few years. But she still hoped to find other humans. Eva also made a notebook containing the code to enter the camp. This code is very important. If lost, Eva may not be able to enter the camp. One day, Eva had just arrived from traveling to look for equipment, but she could not enter because the code she said was wrong. Arthur said the code would be updated every 3 months, and Eva just remembered that it was already entering the 3rd month of the code change. Eva really forgot. What she feared happened to her. Arthur recognizes Eva, but to get into the camp, Eva still has to say the code correctly. The problem is that the code book is in the refrigerator. Eva tries to negotiate with Arthur, but it turns out that robots cannot be tricked. Eva will give the code, but she must first enter the camp. But Arthur still doesn't allow it. If Eva insists, Arthur will open fire on Eva. Eva was confused about what to do. She tried to calm herself behind the generator, while Arthur was still on guard and didn't let go of her sight of Eva being there. After calming down, Eva went back to talking to Arthur in a slightly relaxed tone. She assured him that Arthur recognized her. Arthur did recognize Eva and even knew that this camp was made by Eva, but to get inside, Eva had to mention the code. It's a rule and can't be broken or negotiated. Eva starts to get annoyed. Even that night, she has to sleep outside while remembering the code. But the next day, Eva starts to feel thirsty. She has to drink. She tries to talk back to Arthur, but with a little trick, Eva pretends to be a stranger who needs protection. Arthur is programmed to help strangers who need help. Arthur will provide assistance in the form of drinks, but Arthur must first talk to Eva. Eva changed her appearance again and ordered Arthur to give the stranger a drink, but still, Eva needed the code. Arthur really didn't let Eva in without the code. Eva might get dehydrated. Her body weakened and her lips began to turn pale. Eva kept trying to talk to Arthur and asked to be human. Having a conscience and being able to compromise, unfortunately there wasn't much Eva could do, because Arthur still wouldn't let her in without the code. Eva's every move was monitored by Arthur. Even because she was so thirsty, she had to drink water from the car radiator. But that wasn't enough. Eva was very upset. Then she saw a packet of lavender seeds and planted them, hoping that someday the flowers would grow and bring color back to the earth. Eva almost lost her mind until she decided to look for water elsewhere. She went to the nuclear power plant, hoping that there was still some water left over from the workers. Eva may have been too hopeful. There was no water left there. Even the taps that used to spout water profusely were now dry. Eva returned to camp that night. This time, she was really reckless. She crashed and blew up the car, hoping Arthur would be destroyed, but unfortunately, Eva's efforts were unsuccessful. On the contrary, Eva was hit by debris from the explosion, causing her to be injured. With conditions like this, Eva is unlikely to survive. At least she has to drink. Arthur said he could reset the code if the owner died. Eva just smiled resignedly. A futile feature. Eva began to hallucinate, imagining herself wearing red clothes with a happy face. Her body was getting weaker. Maybe this was the last time Eva breathed Earth's air. Eva said her last words to Arthur to take care of her lavender seeds until they grew. And at that moment, Arthur received the code that Eva had just said. Lavender, but unfortunately, Eva had died as the last human on Earth.